If you've just been told your blood pressure is high, your first thought is probably, do I have to take pills for the rest of my life? But what many people don't realize is that lifestyle changes play a much bigger role than they think. They're not optional, they're essential. And in many cases, they can help prevent, delay, or even reduce the need for medication. In this video, we're going to go over 10 ways to control high blood pressure without medication. First up, let's talk about weight. It's not always an easy topic, but the good news is, even small changes can make a real difference. For every kilogram you lose, about 2.2 pounds, your blood pressure can drop by around 1 point. That might not sound like much at first, but lose 5 or 10 kilograms, and that's a big win for your heart. All without taking a single pill. The scale doesn't tell the whole story. Where you carry your weight matters a lot. Extra belly fat, called visceral fat, can raise your blood pressure and even lead to sleep apnea, which can push it up while you sleep. Here's a simple guide for your waist. For men, over 40 inches, or about 102 centimeters, can be risky. For women, it's anything over 35 inches, or 89 centimeters. These are just general numbers. They can change depending on your background, so it's always best to check with your doctor to see what's healthy for you. All right, let's talk about what's on your plate. You've probably heard the saying, food is medicine, and when it comes to blood pressure, that's totally true. Switching to a heart-healthy diet could drop your numbers by 10 or 11 points, about the same as some medications. The good news? You don't have to do anything complicated. Diets like DASH or the Mediterranean diet focus on the good stuff: whole grains, fruits, veggies, and low-fat dairy, while cutting out saturated fat and cholesterol. And don't forget potassium. Foods like bananas, beans, and leafy greens help your body get rid of extra salt and keep your blood vessels relaxed, which can lower your blood pressure. Experts usually recommend getting around 3,500 to 5,000 milligrams a day from food, but check with your doctor to see what's right for you. Next up, cutting back on salt and sodium. Even small changes can have a big impact on your heart and blood pressure. A good rule of thumb is to keep sodium under 2,300 milligrams a day. For most adults, aiming for around 1,500 milligrams or less is even better. Just this one change can lower high blood pressure by 5 or 6 points. So how do you do it? Start by checking food labels and picking low-sodium options. Cut back on processed foods. They're usually packed with hidden salt. Skip the table salt and use herbs or spices for flavor instead. And whenever you can, cook at home so you're in control of how much sodium goes into your meals. Next, let's talk about exercise. Staying active is just as important as cutting back on salt. Regular aerobic exercise can bring your blood pressure down by about 5 to 8 points, but the key is sticking with it. If you stop moving, your blood pressure can slowly creep back up. A simple goal is to aim for around 30 minutes of moderate activity most days. Staying active can also help prevent slightly high blood pressure from turning into full-blown hypertension. Some easy ways to get moving include walking, jogging, cycling, swimming, or even dancing. You could also try high-intensity interval training, or HIIT, which mixes short bursts of intense exercise with lighter activity. Strength training helps too, so aim for at least 2 sessions a week. Before you start, it's a good idea to check in with your doctor or healthcare professional to create a plan that works best for you. Another important one is alcohol. When it comes to alcohol, cutting back can really help your blood pressure. Studies show that people who drink more than a couple of drinks a day and then reduce their intake can lower their blood pressure by several points. For most adults, the recommendation is simple: no more than 1 drink a day for women and 2 for men. That's about a small beer, a glass of wine, or a single shot of liquor. Drinking more than that on a regular basis can raise your blood pressure, and it can also make blood pressure medications work less effectively. Next up, Quitting smoking. Smoking raises your blood pressure every time you light up, and over time it damages your heart and blood vessels. The good news is that quitting helps. When you stop smoking, your blood pressure and heart rate start to come down, and your risk of heart disease goes down too. Quitting also improves your overall health and can help you live a longer, healthier life. Now here's something a lot of people overlook: sleep. Getting less than 7 hours a night for weeks can actually raise your blood pressure. Sleep problems like sleep apnea, restless legs, or just trouble falling asleep can make it worse. Most adults should aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. If you often struggle to sleep, talk to your doctor. They can help figure out why. If you've been feeling stressed lately, this tip is especially for you. When you're stressed, your body releases hormones that make your heart beat faster and your blood vessels tighten. Over time, long-term stress can push your blood pressure up and increase your risk of heart problems. The good news is you can manage stress. Start by figuring out what's causing it: work, family, money, or health, and see what you can do about it. Another tip: keep track of your blood pressure at home and see your doctor regularly. Checking your blood pressure at home is an easy way to see if your medicine and lifestyle changes are actually working. You can get a home blood pressure monitor pretty much anywhere. You usually don't need a prescription, but it's a good idea to ask your doctor first so you know how to use it right. And don't skip regular checkups. Even if your numbers look good at home, your doctor can make sure everything's on track. And finally, let's talk about cholesterol and blood sugar. High blood sugar and too much bad cholesterol can raise your risk of heart disease. But the good news is, there's a lot you can do to manage it. Simple habits like eating better, staying active, losing a little weight, and not smoking can really help. Follow your doctor's advice and remember, you don't have to do this alone. Family and friends can cheer you on, keep you motivated, or even join you for workouts. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to Blood Pressure Healthcare for more tips on managing and maintaining healthy blood pressure. Stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video.